Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. This is Simon with AvaTrade. Welcome. I see some new faces, and I don't see a lot of old faces. So, welcome, everyone. My name is Simon Friedman. I'm a senior account manager with AvaTrade. I've been involved in this beautiful business since June of 2000. It's more than 24 years. Still learning, still making mistakes, still very excited. So I started as a prop trader on Wall Street in June of 2000. After 11 years, I moved into a different way of trading and started to mentor and educate others. And I'm very happy of this great opportunity to support our customers at AvaTrade. The agenda of the webinar, we ask questions the same way you helped me here to type, confirm that you could hear and see the presentation. You can just write your questions. Okay, we discuss things, we analyze questions about the assets, shares, indices, commodities, currencies, specific questions. Regular people already know how it works. For new people, again, it's very simple. We're here to learn a little bit of how to look into the instruments. We're not in the business of predicting things, but analyzing and making a little bit of sense of it. Also, I cover a lot of markets on a daily basis. So if I know any fundamentals, as usual, I'll be happy to share with you. Of course, it's all public information. That means that I took it from some sources, not just made it up. Risk warning, you can find the full statement at avatrade.com. And of course, everything we do here is purely educational. Now, social media, please follow us. Feel free. It's very beneficial to you. I believe you have Telegram, you have X. YouTube is my favorite. You can find a lot of information, the educational material, tutorials, and of course, the webinars, including this one, will be recorded, which brings me to the point that I bring up pretty much every time. Please ask a lot of questions. We have up to an hour. People that will be watching this on YouTube, unfortunately, they're not able to ask questions, so they rely on you for your questions so they can be listening whenever they get to it. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the platform. This is the MT4. Also have MT5, has more instruments if we need it. Eric is always pioneering. Thank you very much. Eric is asking, oil has been volatile this week, and we'll look at it. Of course, I've been looking at oil, also trading oil. It's been super volatile. First of all, of course, it's the situation in the Middle East with Lebanon and Israel and the war and Iran getting involved, US and other things. I have to share with you something really interesting. I was shorting actually 2 days ago against the 77 level right here because I thought that last time was sold from here. Again, I'm not suggesting any, I'm just sharing with you my experience. I was shorting there, and I think I put my stop very close. I got kicked out before it turned around, and I think it got me out at the highs. It was upsetting, okay? But again, you know, I had my stop. I was ready to lose things, which brings me to the point, and I'm happy to share this. You have to know your way out right away. You know, there's nothing wrong getting out the stop. You can re-enter, you can give up the trade. There's always another trade coming in and so on. So oil, you know, I'm not going to say anything new in the way how I explain it. So in any market, as you know, Eric, I've been talking about it, and everybody in the audience, any market, apple, potatoes, oil, palladium, pigs, I don't know, oranges, orange juice, soybeans, any market, it's two engines. One is the demand, one is the supply, right? So here, all this move went up, of course, mostly on the fear of the supply, especially when Iran thrown tons of ballistic rockets to Israel, and Israel said that we're going to retaliate. And immediately everybody started talking about oil and refineries and storages in Iran and everything else. So that was the move up on that fear. Also, we had a market going high, and also not by chance. You saw that chart on China. China had a huge move to the upside. We just erased half of it in 2 days, right? But this move give a little bit more hope to oil, and as China's being a big buyer of it or user of oil. So the moment China said they will take economic measures, cut the rates and other things, immediately there was a reaction to the upside. Just to show you China, just in case, we came before this sell-off, we came to the level of December 2021, and we did it actually in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Huge move. So that's on oil. Now, the last 2 days, as you could see, huge drop in China. I think we just had the inventories also higher than expected. So oil reacted exactly those 2 days. Yesterday was a strong drop, pretty strong drop, a $5 drop, and today we dropped also. We recovered a little bit. So it looks like we are between this level right here, which is 72, almost 72 and a half, and the immediate resistance, we can say it's around 77. So it's about $5 channel right here, right? This is the, you know what, let's be fancy and do something interesting. So it's good for visuals. Okay, so this is where oil is channeling, and this way you could see it very nicely. We had resistance here, a lot of churning around these points, and double resistance, double top over here. So $5 channel, we are there. That's oil. Thank you, Eric, for the questions. Again, guys, we have up to an hour. I forgot to mention it. Please, throw as many questions as you like. I hope we're going to have millions of questions, and then we're going to finish exactly on time. We're going to use the whole hour. Here we go. Eric said the copper and gold needs looked at. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gold, we had a big move on the 10-year yields, and it all started with the NFP. So when we added 254,000 jobs, if I'm not mistaken. So we had the 10 yields went back to 4 and higher, and that brought US dollar higher, right? We're going to bring it up 1 second. Here's US dollar had a nice move today. We continue. So as you could see, all this move up. Gold was actually holding. It was sitting there in a tight range, but finally give in. So the last 3 days, there's a selling. Yesterday was a big selling with a little bit of correction afterwards. Today we are. I was giving a market review to my team today, and I think I told them I like this candle because it's easy. It's our indication what's next. So some traders might consider it very simple. If we break yesterday's low, we might continue. It was a big accumulation here for a number of days without following through. Yesterday we finally broke through this, right? So if we do break yesterday's low, we might continue and maybe looking for some support further down. And if not, we might be building. Again, we're going to be watching the dollar. We have NFP, not NFP, but FOMC minutes later on today. And that's not the decision. That's the commentary on the decision they made on the 18th of September. And everybody's looking to get more details on that 0.5% cut as far as what the Feds are thinking about the state of economy. So that's very, very important. And definitely when we hear this, we have volatility in the equity markets, in dollar and gold as well. So we definitely should be watching this low of yesterday, 26.0470. Probably we might see some psychological support around even number of 2600. There's a possibility. Okay, so that's on gold. Also, as you know, the gold is wearing two hats. One is the inflationary, the second one is the safe haven. So the market's been strong so far. We had a nice move yesterday. Nvidia showed some positive moves, and Nasdaq had a nice move today. We're continuing, so it looks like money is risk on again. So they take it out of risk off or safe haven instruments and putting it into the risk where the money is. So that's another reason why gold is feeling a little bit weak. Okay, copper, same story. If you know me long enough, and if you're watching my Sundays webinars that I do review for the week, when I talk about China, I start a lot of my Sundays webinars with China, and I usually mention 4 instruments. That's oil, copper, and 2 currency pairs, which called commodity currency, which is Australian and New Zealand dollar. So with the move down on the China, copper, which was kind of hesitating to move much higher with China. It did move nicely, but here it was hesitating. It was acting kind of similar to gold in a way. So the moment China showed the reversal here, we had a sell-off. So we so far 3 consecutive days to the downside on copper, and we'll be watching. Again, it's a lot of it to do with China. I don't want to say all of it, but a lot of it is to do with China. So you could see here we are above all the moving averages. The 50-day moving average is still below the 200 on copper, right? We did cross back in the end of August. So we need some positive move. We need some continuation of that China move to the upside, possibly. We also sometimes the other like U.S. market is helping it, but you can see very interesting. We had move to the downside when the market went down. So if you see, there's a lot of similarity in gold and copper this past few days. So just remember, this is copper, right? And I'm going to bring gold. It's a similar chart, and I would say that commodities suffer a little bit because of the strong dollar right here. So as long as the dollar continues, we'll probably see a continuation of the downside pressure of both gold and copper. And of course, copper is also the Chinese situation is affecting it. All right. Thank you again, Eric, for your question. Beautiful. Ali is asking, what's your perception and market view on GBP? I mean, without even looking into it, it's all dollar driven. So if you see this move on dollar, there's no brainer that you're going to see a sell-off in GBP. It's right here, right? You can see a lot of things here, right? First of all, we are approaching a very serious level. There was a resistance here, and July 17th, and we sold. We made kind of a lower low before making a higher high here. So we retested it again September 12th, and we made the higher high, right? So this was our trend line in a way. Now, the moment we broke the trend line, we continue lower. And as you could see here, as we're getting closer to that level, 0.3050, let's put it that way, it looks like the buyers are coming in. You probably see it on a shorter time frame. This is 1 hour chart. You see those tails? The moment we go there, the buyers are taking it higher here. So you could say that they're not even letting it touching the line here. So it looks like so far at these levels, the buyers are holding it, right? So they probably think, okay, why don't I get in at 130.60, 130.70, and risk 30 pips of a potential of maybe 3, 5, even 10 pips. 10 times the risk, right? If you're risking, I mean, the highest potential. If you're risking, like, let's say 30 pips, that's what the trader is thinking, and potential is to return to this level right here, 134. So that's 300 pips potential. But you know, everybody thinks different way. The scalpers or the day traders, they probably look at it different way. They take a 30 pip risk to make 60 because 1 to 2 for them it's a good ratio, right? But in any event, The level here, 130.43 to be exact, right here. This was the first resistance here back in July 17. As I said, 130.43.7. So again, FOMC minutes today, CPI numbers tomorrow we have, right? So definitely we'll see that dollar. So far, the dollar is holding strongly, and also, you know, you didn't ask about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is also having a pressure. So it looks like with the US dollar, there's a lot of pressure on other currencies, Swiss franc, USD CAD. Here you have double impact. You have strong dollar and weak crude oil, which is affecting it as well. So it's all a dollars play, right? US dollar, as long as it continues higher. And today I was talking to my team. I didn't enter any trades on US dollars today, but what I said that after such an extended move, we didn't really move lower. There was no correction at all. We've been holding right here. So I said there's a big probability of continuation today. And that's exactly what happened. Nice move to the upside. Okay, great. Thanks for the question, Ali. Anyone? Going once, going twice, and I guess that's it. All right, guys, watch the FOMC minutes later on tonight. Other data this week. Stay safe, have a plan, watch your risks, and very important, the next 2 weeks I will be missing the webinars on Wednesdays, and then we'll resume. Let me just give you the dates. So the 16th and the 23rd will be no Wednesday webinar, no roundtables. I'm still going to be doing my Sundays webinars, and we will resume the Wednesdays webinar on the 30th of this month. Thank you all for participating, and enjoy the evening or whatever time of the day you're at. All the best. Take care.